Slim Derry Doughboy, corporate gangster, St. Louis MoneyNow, DJ MoneyNow himself. Hey man, welcome to another edition of Wifeable. You know what I'm saying? So we got a special guest in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? So ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our special guest, Marshai. What's happening, Marshai? How you feeling?
What's up? I'm good. I'm chill. I'm excited to be here.
You excited to be here?
Yeah.
Is this your first podcast you've been on?
My friend, she's starting up a podcast now, and she just had me on her first episode. So that was my first one, but like I know her. That's my friend. So this is like my first in this type of capacity. Yeah.
Okay. Real fast, man. I want to shout out to our sponsors real fast. APAP Media, man. APAP Media Group, man. Shout out to the whole team, man. That's helped me put this whole thing together. AP. Hey, so real fast before we get started, just want to I'm trying to fix this camera angle real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because it kind of got out of frame. AP. You know what Anthony went to frame it up? I think I pressed something wrong, man.
Yes, sir. Wait.
I'm on.
Anthony, which camera did you put him up for?
Yeah,
Hey,
One.
look, I had got it out of frame though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just hit one.
Okay, cool. All right. I just want to make sure the show good, you know what I'm saying, before it gets started and stuff like that. All right, my fault. So look, shout out to everybody that's been tuning in, man. So Marcia, have you ever checked out any episodes of Wife Food so far?
Yes. When you reached out to me about it, I'm like, let me go watch this. So I see what I'm agreeing to before I get myself into this. Yeah, I watched a couple episodes.
Okay, that's what's up. I'm curious to know which do you know the type of guest or which guest was it?
There was a guest. She I think she was from New York, and he was like, "Where you from?" And she was like, "Don't play with it, don't do that, don't." Like she started off real.
Okay.
It was funny though. It was cute. She was nice. And
She was here.
Yeah, she was in
Okay.
this setting.
Got you. Because I've been doing them online too. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it's like, then just over time, we upgrade.
Oh no, I tried to look at the ones that were in the studio because that's what I was about to do. So yeah, I looked at those. I did look at a couple that you did on live too, though, just to see what kind of questions you were asking, so I know what I'm getting myself into.
Yeah, it don't change up. I'm gonna send you the link too. You know what I'm saying? So you
Okay.
should send it to your fans and family and friends. They've been waiting. My fault for the delay, y'all. That's, you can blame it on me.
Yeah, because they like, oh, it's not happening. It's not on here.
Let me see. I'm gonna send it to you like right now. All right. There you go.
Okay. Let me copy it.
Yeah. So for those who just tuned in and probably never seen the episode of Wifeable, you know what I'm saying? I just want to let y'all know, the questions I ask my guests is strictly to let, other masculine heterosexual men like myself know what's out there in case they want to put a woman in a wifey position, you know what I'm saying? And, that type of stuff. It's just for fun. It's a non-judgment podcast, so hey, Marcia, I want to let you know up front. Any question you want to ask, just say pass.
Oh no, I'm an open book. You can ask me whatever. If I feel uncomfortable, I'm gonna definitely say pass. But I'm pretty much an open book, so
Yeah.
come with it. Let's do it.
Okay, let's get it in. All right, so without further ado, let's start with some icebreaker questions. You know what I'm saying? Like name, you know what I'm saying? Of course, Marseille, right? But where you from? Zodiac sign, you know what I'm saying? Your age, if you want to share that, you know what I'm saying? What you do for a living, shit like that.
My name is Marshai. I'm 27. I'm originally from Atlanta. I am a Libra.
Okay.
I'm a data engineer right now, but I also have my own hair and wig business, Lux Addiction LLC. Make sure y'all shop.
Hey.
I'm a homeowner. I don't have no kids, and I'm happy to be here.
Okay. Now that's what's up. I'm happy to have you here as well. So if you had one word to describe yourself, what would it be and why?
Probably God fearing or intentional. Both of those. I guess I can't do two, but
I mean that's cool. I mean we could.
yeah, I would say God fearing because everything that I do is based on my faith for sure, but intentional as well. Just because I don't try to do anything in this life without some type of purpose behind it.
Nah, for real, for real. I'm with that. I'm with that. Okay. Um. So like, what's a wife in your own words?
I do believe that you need to be a wife before your husband finds you. I do believe that. I think you need to be happy with yourself because the job of your husband is not to make you happy. You need to be happy with whatever you have going on, and then y'all can be happy together, bring it together, and then that's how the marriage will probably succeed, in my opinion. Um, I don't think that the small semantic things should matter, like cooking and cleaning and like what people typically think a wife is. I think that it's deeper than that. But I also don't think that there's a certain specific definition of what a wife is because whoever your wife is to you is going to be specific to what that man is wanting, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Okay.
Make all the sense in the world. Okay, I like that. So, in your opinion, what qualities do you feel like you possess that makes you wifeable?
I think that I am wifeable because I have a desire to build with someone and not for a necessary goal or purpose. I don't want to be with someone for whatever will benefit me. I want to genuinely be with someone so that we can build to whatever God has for us. And the qualities, because that was your question, right? What qualities do I have? I mean, I can cook. We're not going to act like I can't. I know that cooking, that's the first way to a man's heart is food for sure. I do want to say that I'm God-fearing. I don't know what everybody else is, what they're wanting, but my faith in God, because I do everything based on that, it kind of leads me to where I'm going and all of my decisions and everything that I'm doing. Are you trying to add me? Oh, that's somebody else. Okay. I was just trying to make sure it wasn't my live.
No.
I can cook. I can clean. I'm ready to build. I'm established as well. I think that I've worked really hard to make sure that the major parts of like dating boxes are checked off, if that makes sense. Like, I want to make sure that I'm established financially because I don't want any man to ever feel like I'm coming for his pockets. That is not what I'm trying to do. I made sure that I went to school, I got my degree, I got a good education so I can have a good career and make sure I'm set.
Yeah.
I make sure that I bought my home so that I'm not looking for a home to stay in somebody's house. I make sure that I'm not just out here making decisions to have babies by anybody because I don't want to just be with somebody to have babies by anybody. So I did that was very intentional for me.
That's
so
why.
Those major boxes of making sure you're financially stable and even staying physically fit. I make sure I'm in the gym. Like I don't have any kids. I have my own place. Those major things that usually when you start dating somebody and it's just like red flag,
Yeah.
I try to make sure that I'm just like not in the red flag category. So it's not like a big problem, if that makes sense.
Nah, that make a lot of sense. Okay. So you saying you free of red flags, you green flags.
I'm not gonna say I'm just free of red flags because everybody got their own red flag, but I try maybe like yellow. Like and then depending on when I meet people, they'll tell me if it's a red flag for them or not, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that was coming up. Let me I got you though. I got you. That was coming up. That was one of the questions, bro. Wait, you got it.
Okay. If I had to choose or say what my red flag is, it would probably have to be that I recently discovered that I'm hyper independent because I did so much to get what I have now, and I didn't really depend on anybody to get it. So me working as hard as I did to get everything that I have when it comes to being with somebody, it's hard to fulfill that feeling for them of needing them.
All right.
Because I mean, if you're in a relationship, of course, everybody wants to feel like you need me here, you want me here. And most times, of course, I want you here. But that threshold of needing somebody is really hard for me to get past because I did this. You know what I'm saying? There's no like reliance on anybody else. And there hasn't been. Like I'm my plan A and my plan B and my plan C. So it's kind of like when it comes to, oh, you just don't need me here. You feel like I don't need to be here. Need is big. Like needing you, like I'm just gonna die if you're not here. That's a pretty big thing for me. So my red flag would probably be that. being hyper independent.
Hyper independent.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. Do you feel like you could ever fully submit to a man who make less money than you?
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not about the money. It's never been about the money to me. Like I was in a whole relationship with somebody for 9 years who made less money than me. So it was never that. My decision to go on the path to make the money that I did was based on how I grew up, not having nothing. Everybody don't have that. So whatever your path was to get to where you are, I'm not saying you can't be a working man, because if I'm working hard, then you need to be working hard too. It's a balance though. That's kind of, I mean, like it's a different type of submission. I don't think there's just one type of submission that there is in this life. Like I feel like there was a quote by Jill Scott, and she said, if you can tell me what to do, then you can tell me what to do. But if you can't tell me what to do, then you can't tell me what to do. And in that regard, like, I know that submission should be a two-way street. Like, if I'm with the man and there's something that I've experienced that he hasn't, now it's time for you to let your guard down, listen to me so that I could teach you about this. And the same way, like, I want to be with somebody that I can learn from. And as long as I'm learning from you and you're in that area in your life where you can teach me something, I have to submit to you because I respect you in that way. So when I say there's different type of submissions, it depends on what it is. Like, I don't really know what people, like, what the standard general definition of submitting to a man is, but I don't think it should be one general, just you need to submit to a man, do everything he say. That's not what's really going through my head when I think about submitting at all. It's a two-way street for sure.
Okay. So tell me about your ideal honeymoon.
It's always been Bali or Bora Bora. I mean, I love to take trips, but those or the Maldives. Those are probably my top 3. It's just beautiful there. I wanna, when I go on my honeymoon, I want me and my husband, we going to either one of them places, phones off. We're not talking to nobody. It's just us, and we're relaxing with a nice martini on the beach somewhere. Like, those would be my top 3 places. Oh yeah.
Okay. Look at that. That's what's up. So, like, do you drink, smoke, do hard drugs?
I don't do no hard drugs. I don't do no hard drugs. I don't smoke at all. I drink. Yeah, I mean, I'm not just like a raging alcoholic, but I drink though. Like, I'm not gonna say I drink every day. I have a glass of wine maybe after work. On the weekends, I'm with my friends. We drinking. So yeah. And I went to a HBCU, Alabama A&M University. So that's that right there. That's like the rite of passage to make sure. Because I didn't have, before college, I never had a drink. Like, I was trying to be valedictorian. Like, I was very focused in high school.
Oh, word.
Yeah. And then when I got to college, everybody's drinking. That was just like a normal thing. And I'm like, for the first couple months, I'm like, I don't need a drink. Like, I know how to have fun without alcohol. And I think my first birthday up there, that was it. Like, it was done. Like, I had my first drink, and it's not like I just fell in love with the feeling, but I understand why people drink now. Like, it's a different avenue that I'd never experienced before. So being at the HBCU, surrounded by everybody doing the same thing, it just kind of becomes a norm for you, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you most definitely compromise.
Yeah.
Kind of conform to what everybody else was doing.
That was up there, but I'm not a raging alcoholic or anything. I take my breaks, like if I need to do a sacrifice, especially when I'm in the gym and I know I'm not getting the results I'm looking for, let's take a good month without drinking or something like that.
So what's your poison? What you sipping on?
Tequila.
Tequila.
I'm a tequila girl. I prefer that before anything. I will drink brown if that's the only thing we got, but I prefer tequila.
Okay.
And not a specific one. I actually can't stand Casamigos. I'm straight on that. I'll do Terramana. I'll do Luna. I do like Luna Azul. There's a new one that me and my friends just tried, but I can't remember what the name of it is because we just tried it. But it's good too.
That's what's up. So I want to know too, like at this point in your life, you know what I'm saying, in where you at in your journey, do you feel like you know how to choose the right man from the wrong man?
Yes. I think dating is so irritating nowadays, but honestly, in the first conversation, I'm gonna ask the hard questions up front because I don't want to waste your time and I don't want you to waste mine.
That part.
I'm gonna ask everything that I. Top 4 questions: do you have kids? Do you have your own place to stay? Do you have your own car? What do you do? And do you, the major one that people just take so offensively, do you think that you're financially stable enough to date? I'm not saying you gotta buy me gifts. That is not what this is. But if you are not gonna be in a position to court me properly, then no, we cannot. It's no point. And just keep it a buck with me. And I had to add that to my top list of questions because I would start talking to, or I would start like texting someone, and I usually give it like, I don't know if this is a strict rule or not, but if you haven't asked me on a date or tried to make some type of link within like a week, I usually don't even respond to you. I think a week is like solid time for you to at least say, hey, this is my free day. Can I take you out on this day? You know?
You give him a week though?
I think a week is good timing. I got friends that's giving 3 days. So
God damn.
I think a week, if we're texting, talking every day, and you haven't even what's your schedule like, what's your free day, anything like that, you have no desire to figure out when I'm free, it's no point in us talking. And then if I do let you get to that point, like past a week, I actually had somebody say, like, I'm in between jobs right now, and I'm kind of hopping from place to place. Like, okay, well, I think you need to focus on you. You shouldn't be in a place to date right now. Because if I was in that position, the last thing I'm worried about is talking to somebody or dating for real. No. If I don't have me together in a major way, then no, I'm not trying to date. So I appreciate that same capacity from a man. Don't, please.
Okay. All right. So tell me, what's your love language? And are you familiar with the 5 major ones?
I am.
So rank yours.
You're going to think I'm crazy for saying this. But what I learned recently also is that my love language has changed depending on who I'm dealing with.
Hold on. So let me look at the camera real fast. That's so true because certain people could bring out certain versions of you, and you got to pay attention to that. You got to pay attention to that feeling.
Yeah, that's
want to say
something
that.
I came up with, but something that I discovered about myself, or just like dealing with somebody that I was with for a long time. My love languages with him, the first one was like quality time, and then it went to words of affirmation, and then it went to physical touch. But when I was, because that relationship that I was in, that's the relationship where I was making more money than him. So that it kind of was based on our dynamic. But when I got with someone who was a little bit more financially stable, he was getting me everything. Like, he was just showering me with stuff, and the feeling that I got is something that I never felt before, or that I never had. So the happiness it brought me and the willingness of him wanting to do it changed my love language to receiving gifts. And then that made me kind of more attracted to him. So then number 2 became physical touch. You know what I'm saying? So it really, the dynamic of the relationship changed with my love languages based on whoever I'm talking to or dating.
Okay. So like if you was just on your own, single, happy, healthy, healed, what would be them just off rip as of today? Because they do change as you meet people. So as of today,
I'm gonna go quality time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do gifts second, but it's because I'm reciprocating in that same capacity. I want you to be just as happy as I am with receiving stuff.
Okay.
And then quality time, and then physical touch.
Damn.
And I'm missing one.
And then acts of services.
Acts of service. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's right. No, let me change. I'm gonna do quality time, acts of service, gifts, physical touch, words of affirmation. There we go.
Okay, I fuck with it.
That's my solid list.
So, what do you value most about a man or men in general? And I think, like, if you need some suggestions, I got like different prayers I throw out there for you and shit.
I do want your suggestions, but the first answer that popped in my head was being able to lead.
Okay, leadership.
Yeah, leadership in ways of being a man. Like, in general, okay, you can be a leader, but in a relationship, being able to lead is really big. And a lot of men don't know how to do it, unfortunately.
Hey, that's hey, she over here speaking big facts, man. Like I got another podcast, little shameless plug, man. It's called FEMALEHOLIC. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's all the men that's out there addicted to women and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I teach them about accountability. You know what I'm saying? Holding men accountable to where, like, you know, certain, if you don't know how to properly lead your woman and you start doing certain shit, and it's gonna get you certain results. That's with any woman in any situation. I don't care how much money you got. If your energy ain't a certain way, if you ain't moving a certain way, if you ain't leading a certain way, you gonna get certain results. And then a lot of men, they stick around, they accept a lot of bullshit. So as a man, you deserve what you accept, but you also deserve what you demand.
I like that.
Yeah.
You deserve what you accept, but you deserve. Ooh, okay, I might take that.
You can use it, just don't abuse it, baby. You hear me? No, but I wanted to go on to the next question.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's your favorite physical feature about a man?
I think that smile gonna catch me first every time. The smile is gonna do it.
The smile.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's number one for sure. Cause I smile a lot and I like to laugh a lot and I like to play a lot. So I need to be able to, if I'm smiling all the time, I want to see you smile too.
That part.
I'm gonna say a smile. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, what do you think is more important in a relationship? You know what I'm saying? You got trust, you got love, you got understanding, or you got honesty.
Is this an either or question or you want me
Yeah,
to
either or, like either or one of those.
trust? But in my head, trust and honesty are going kind of like hand in hand. Because if you trust me and I trust you, then you should be honest about everything, right? That makes sense?
I mean, I see, but it's different.
Go ahead, I'm
You
listening.
know what I'm saying? So trust is like, it's earned. Trust is like earned because it's like it come with experience. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like pretty much, for example, if a man had to sit down to do a bid and his woman was there for him throughout the whole process and didn't miss a visit and blah 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 until he came home, he can trust that she would do that shit again. At least he knows that it happened, right? Versus honesty is me, or you know what I'm saying, just saying, hey, I ain't coming, or I'm coming because blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? It's the different. Like, it's like honesty and trust ain't the same. I know a lot of people try to blend the two, but it's not.
No, I appreciate you clarifying, actually. Well, then I'm going to say trust then. For sure. I got to be able to trust you. If I could trust you, then that's loyalty before anything. If I could trust you, I'm going to go with trust. We're going to do that.
Okay. So, have you ever been engaged?
Yes. I did not know that was going to come up as a question, but yeah, I have been engaged. The guy I was with for 9 years, I was engaged to him. We started dating in high school.
Okay.
And we dated through college. And after we both graduated, he proposed and we was together for like 3-4 years after that. And then I called the wedding off like 2 months before the wedding.
like why you whispering?
Because it always sounds so bad. Like, really? Oh my God, 2 months? Yeah.
Nah, I mean, but like, so let me ask you this now. Now, this ain't a planned question that I ask everybody. I usually don't get into it, but what made you do that?
I was with him for a really long time, and we started as kids. I was 17, he was 18. So naturally, when you're with somebody for that long, the expectation is that you grow together.
Yeah.
And I think I was waiting for some major things to change that wasn't changing. And it's kind of hard to see that in the beginning because you started as kids. So when you meet that way, you kind of just look at it the same way until you take a step back for a second. And he was great. It was great to meet Shivers. Trusted him with everything in me. Don't get me wrong. But there were things that I was expecting, like when you asked me about leading, that's kind of where my mindset was, because what I expected in the leadership path from him I wasn't getting. And I was waiting for it to change. And it's not like I didn't voice my reservations about it. I told him everything I was feeling. But it never changed. And there was a major event that happened that showed me that no matter what happens in this life, you're still going to be this way.
You could trust that you can't trust him.
Yeah. Literally. Like,
and that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah. Like at that point I was like, it's never going to change. And I can't commit to this for the rest of my life. Like I've waited. It's not like I didn't give it time. 9 years. 9. Calling that off was one of the hardest things I ever had to do in my life, you know? So, yeah, that was a life-changing experience. Okay. But that's all that was. Leading from a man is big for me, especially when I recognize that I'm an alpha woman. To have an alpha man that knows how to lead and it doesn't come off as controlling, there's a really thin line between that. So, that's important to me.
I think you're the first woman. Probably not the first, but you know what I'm saying? I probably heard that on the show and I never, you know, like I said, I never asked the questions except the questions I got already. So now I'm just curious, what is an alpha woman exactly in your opinion? Because, you know, a lot of people use it. A lot of women use it nowadays. And I just want to know what that is.
In my opinion, being an alpha woman means that you have no desire to rely on anybody else for something. If you are blessed enough for somebody to come and take that burden off of your shoulders, then okay. You know, that's just a blessing that you've received. But to look for it, like you're constantly looking for, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I just need somebody to take. I don't want to have that mindset because if that's the way you're thinking, that's what you're going to attract. I'm not trying to attract somebody to just take the burden off my shoulders. Like I said in the beginning, I want to build with somebody. I want you to be alpha and me to be alpha so we can come together, take over the world. Like that's my goal. So being an alpha woman to me means that I'm going to keep making sure that I'm okay for me. And I'm going to make sure that I can help people without needing somebody to help me help people. Striving to continue to be better for myself and whoever comes my way. It doesn't have to be a man, but just my family, my friends, always constantly growing and changing for the better and looking towards a positive future. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay, right on for breaking that down for me because I'm pretty sure the viewers, you know what I'm saying, probably wanted to know too, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, a lot of people have different definitions for different things. So, so you never been married before?
No. Stop the engagement. I would have been, but no. Then I would have put divorce under my belt. Never been married before.
No, that's what's up. You know, I know some people with about 3 of them under their belt. They don't give
really?
Man,
3 marriages?
Man, 3 divorces.
Oh.
They don't give not one fuck. Not at all.
No.
You know, you got some people they be like that. They get divorced, one married. They used to that lifestyle, so they rush into it again with the next.
They're like
serial marriage.
Yeah. No, I would like to just have one if I can. That's ideal for me.
So like legal marriage, are you cool? I mean, do you desire legal marriage or you cool with a ceremony of love? I mean,
somebody asked me this question recently. My previous desire was to always be married legally. But I've seen some experiences lately and I had somebody watch the whole documentary on the government and why they want you to get just conspiracy theories and just filling my head with all this stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And I'm just like, I'm like 60-40. 60 being it doesn't have to be legal. Like, okay, it's really just a piece of paper, right?
Right.
And putting the government in your business. And now we got to change the way we file taxes. And now we got to split everything. And if you do this, now it falls on me. And now our credit score is going. It's a lot going on with that legal stuff. And I'm like, that goes back to me being hyper independent because I'm like, if I marry you, everything that you've done becomes mine now. Like positive and negative. And if the negative supersedes, I don't know if I'm ready to take that on because I'm constantly working to make sure I'm good. And now we married and now I got to take on. No, that's going to stress me out.
So you cool with just a ceremony of love?
I am.
And
I am.
And that's what's up. That's really what's up. You know what I'm saying? Because you already talked about the pitfalls of just from a woman perspective. A lot of times it be from a man. A lot of times it be from a man perspective of why, like, blah 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 blah. But bam, flip on the other shoe. You know what I'm saying? I think people probably heard it from the first female point of view of why, you know what I'm saying? Like, legal marriage might not be the way.
Yeah. Again, that's a recent thought that I've had, but I think I'm gonna stick to it though. Like, I do want a beautiful wedding, and I want all my family and friends to be there. That's the part that's important to me. The piece of paper is not. The bond, the relationship, the trust that we have. All that's what's important. I could care less about the government. I don't need them. All of what I got going on, I'm good. Ceremonial is fine for me.
Okay. So, what's your thoughts if you know what I'm saying, let's say what if, you know what I'm saying, you went that path anyway. So what's your thoughts on prenups?
Sign it. I'm so fine with that. I'm not gonna say I'm just gonna like bring it up. Like, do you want me to sign a prenup? I won't push the issue, but if I'm asked, I won't feel offended by it at all. Because if I'm still doing what I need to do and everything's straight on my end, why would I have a problem with signing it? You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what people's mind. I know people try to use that angle of, oh, you're planning for the worst. You think we won't work out. I mean, if you don't, at least you're prepared for it. If you don't, you know what I'm saying? Why would you not prepare for that? I'm fine. I don't feel no type of way about signing no prenup. Let's do it. Better safe than sorry, honestly. That's my mindset.
Okay. So would you ever hyphenate your last name? Nice. She thinking hard on that.
I know.
She thinking hard on that one right there.
Oh, because I don't want my answer to sound so horrible. Because I never thought about hyphenating it. I don't really care that much. I'll take the full last name.
Okay.
That's always been my plan. But what if it's like a really weird last name? I don't want it to sound strange, and I don't know.
Don't overthink it.
I'm not gonna overthink it.
Don't overthink
We'll wait till I cross that bridge.
So, what's your thoughts about men with children?
It used to always be no children for me, and that's really because I don't have any.
All right.
Now, because I respect the age that I'm at, me being 27, and most of most of the people.
That's my stomach. I'm hungry. I ain't nothing all day.
I didn't even know it was supposed to rain.
Yeah,
like this.
I didn't know either. But hey.
Okay. Yeah. Now that we're at this age, like me being 27, and not just men, but I have friends with kids. You know what I'm saying? So it would be crazy of me to say I don't want to date a man with kids if I know that I have friends who I want to find good men for them and they have kids.
Right.
If that makes sense. But all jokes aside, I can do one.
You can do one.
I don't think I can do more than one.
So because it gets interesting, you know what I'm saying? Because some men don't have their kids in their life, as in like they don't live with them in the same city or state. So then it's like at that point, does it become different?
No. If you have to travel to see your kid, travel to see your kid. You want to bring them back. My last relationship, that was the first time that I dated someone with a kid. And he brought his kid to my house. He stayed with us for a couple of days. He built a relationship with me. And that was my first time doing it. But it was such a smooth sailing process for me. Like, it didn't make me feel weird. Like, the first time I met him, I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm about to be a stepmom. What's going on? But after, like, I talked to him and we had our one-on-one time and everything, it was easy for me. It's really smooth. And I get along with kids really well. I have a lot of kids in my life. So it wasn't a big problem for me. I can do one. And I respect however you need to see your child.
No, that's real.
I would rather you be more present than less. So whatever you got to do to see him, for sure, do what you got to do.
Okay. So like, would you consider yourself a free spender?
A free spender?
Like an impulsive spender. Somebody just spend.
No, I can't do that.
hey, it's some women out there.
I mean, if I just was buku rich out here bathing in money, then maybe. But I got to make sure I'm straight at the end of the day. If I'm just spending, when I need it, what's going to happen? I go back to me being playing ABC for me. Like, before I do anything, I'm paying all my bills. And then we can see how I can manage a trip or shopping or anything. Like, I'm very strategic with my money. I am a budgeter. I am a planner. I I can't afford it. Like growing up with nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
Yeah.
you get to this point in life, it's like you can't afford it. Like, I would really stress out seriously if I don't have the money to do what I need to do. Everything is very strategic with me when it comes to budgeting and money. So no, I am not a free spender.
Yes, yeah. Okay. So, like, Marshai, do you have any anger management issues?
I don't think so. I no. I probably had a little attitude problem back then when I was younger, and I didn't cross that threshold of why I'm even having an attitude in the first place. But I'm older now. A lot of stuff you don't even need to give your energy to. So no, I don't think I'm angry half of the time. I don't think a lot of people have seen me angry. Maybe my family, just because they're my family. But I'm happy and bubbly all of the time. And I get more happy and bubbly if I'm drunk. So yeah, I'm just a happy, bubbly person.
I like that.
I think I have a smart mouth, but I don't have anger management issues.
So, with that smart mouth, what other toxic traits you got?
Nope, that got to be it. If that's if having a smart mouth is toxic, then yeah, that's my toxic trait because I need mental stimulation is big for me, So like if something is not making sense to me, it's almost like something smart. I'm just gonna say it, like, and it's not to even make you feel no type of way. It's really like I'm trying to understand how you're thinking, like where your mind is, because I really need to know. It's so important to me, like the way that you're thinking, how did you get to that conclusion? Like, let me understand. I'm not out here just having a smart mouth, but if I had to pick a toxic trait, that would probably be it. Like if you gave a survey to my exes and been like, what you don't like about her? Her mouth too smart. That's it. She just got a smart mouth.
So you can't control your mouth when you're angry?
No, hold on. That's not
the same?
That's not. It's not even angry. I don't be angry and have a smart mouth. And it's not that I can't control. I know how to hold my tongue, especially if I think that it's going to lead to an argument. Because that's what I don't want to do. I can't stand arguing, especially when it's over something so stupid. Please, I'm really going to think this through. Like, if I say this, his response probably going to be this, and then we're going to get there. And I just don't want to do it, so I'm just not going to say it. But if it's something that I need the answer to, like, or it's going to bother me, like, mentally, because I let's get everything out. Let's put everything on the table. Same for whoever I'm with. Like, say what you feel. Like, give it to me. I want to hear everything because I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if I feel like I can say everything that's on my mind, if it's going to bother me, then I want them to be able to do the same thing.
That's real.
I don't have no anger problems. I don't be screaming and angry. No, I'm not that.
So you never caused a big scene in public?
No, that's so distasteful. No, Even if my discernment has been off, I have enough people in my life to be like, hey, chill out. I ain't did no. No, that's not me.
You ever feel like it's okay to call a man a bitch?
No.
Okay.
I don't want you to call me no. No, I'm not about toxic relationships. I pray for the people that have been through the worst of it to have to go through name calling like that and physical and no, I have not. I have been blessed enough to be in relationships where none of that stuff came up ever. And I don't plan to be in a relationship like that. I wouldn't even know how to navigate that.
Nah, that's real. Okay.
Can I act like I didn't hear the question?
I think it's safe to say every woman go through it. Every man phone.
But that goes back to that trust thing though. That's how my relationship ended with both of my last exes. Because I just know it's nothing in my phone. You get what I'm saying? It's almost like a hunch that you get. Like, you don't want it. Matter of fact, let me not do that. Because my first relationship, the 9-year relationship, even if I thought about going through his phone, it was never nothing there. And I knew it would be nothing there. Like, he trusted me. We had each other passwords. We had locations, all that. because we wanted to. I never requested it. So when I got in my second relationship, I've only been in 3. I don't know if I said that, but when I got in my
you only been in 3 relationships your whole life?
My whole life.
Cause that 9 year was like a decade.
You know, he was my first relationship. He was supposed to be my last. So when I was with him, the trust was there. Like he wouldn't look another girl away. I don't care if somebody paid him. Like, worship the ground I walked on. When I got in the relationship after that, I kind of just took that same trust and naturally put it in that relationship. And don't get me wrong, if you ask anybody, from the way it looked, he was worshiping the ground I walked on too, gave me everything. And when I went through his phone, I wasn't going through it to find anything. I had sent him a password earlier that day, and I needed it out of his phone. And he gave me his password. We got locations. It's the same dynamic.
Yeah.
I went in there trying to get the password out the messages. Why are you texting your ex? Why is the thread gone? Okay, I'm not going to trip over it. Let me go find his password. Can't find it. He said he screenshot it. Let me go to the pictures. It's just getting deeper and deeper. And now, because he knocked out, now it's like, okay, so now I got to see what's really going on here. And I found everything I did not want to find, not even trying to go in there to find anything. Like, and this is my first time ever dealing with something like this. I'm like, and he lived in Alabama. We was in a long distance relationship. I literally got up at 4:00 in the morning, got my stuff, and left. And I never turned back. I do not play no cheating games.
So wait, hold on. You was in a long distance relationship?
Well, yeah, I went to college in Alabama, so I knew him from college.
Right.
And because I already knew him, it was kind of easy for me to get into whatever that was we was doing after being with somebody for so long, because I already knew him. He was my friend. So him living in Alabama, I used to go back and forth to Alabama anyway, because my school is always doing something. All of my friends that I'm so close with, we all met in college. So we're always going down there. It's a 3-hour drive. It's nothing major. And he was always coming here too. We both work from home. So he would just bring his laptop, stay with me, and we'll do the same thing, go to his house. I was used to it after being with somebody for 9 years, because we went to 2 different colleges. So I can do long distance. That's nothing for me.
That's crazy. I don't know. I can't. It's like, I don't know. I tried it, but I can't do it. You know what I'm saying?
How far away were y'all from each other? Was it driving distance, or y'all had to fly?
Some fly. I mean, you could drive anywhere, right? It wasn't like it was on some other country type shit. But
I won't do over 4 hours. I'm not doing that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, I need to be able to drive to you. You piss me off, I'm coming down the street. Like,
it was over 4 hours, so I was like, yeah. So I mean, but any, I don't even want to. I don't know. Some of our long distance just don't sit well with me, because if I can't see you, I can't trust you.
Okay, well,
no, but
I can understand. I can understand it. I do get it. It's not easy, but I guess because I already did it, it was easier for me to adapt to it.
Right. That's what's up, though. So how the second time she went through a man phone?
This is okay. So this relationship was very short-lived, but I almost want to say, like, this was like my high relationship, because we met, got together, and broke up in a month and a half. But we were so locked in from the moment that we like met and saw each other, and like the trust was just supposed to be there. And I remember we didn't really like declare if we were together or not. And I remember he was trying to send me something, like a text or something. He saw that somebody had texted me, and he asked me about it. And I'm like, yeah, that's somebody I used to deal with. I literally had not seen that man in like 3 years. He spazzed. Like, I thought we were in this. I don't know if this is something that you really want. Like, I don't even know how to feel right now. Blew this whole thing up. Like, and literally the boy texted me Happy New Year, and I said Happy New Year. The way he was spazzed, I'm like, dang, he must really be dedicated to me, like, for real. And so after that, I mean, it's not like I was really texting or talking to anybody. We was locked in. So I was like, it's not a big transition for me to cut that boy off. But I remember his cousin had like came over, because he was at my house. His cousin came over. He went outside. He was out there for so long. And this one I knew I had a sprinkle, just a sprinkle, like 2 sprinkles of crazy. Because
2 sprinkles.
Just 2, not just like 2. The whole, shake. No, just 2. Because I got his phone, and I'm like, what is this boy password? And I tried it once and it didn't work. And I do have a photographic memory. I just closed my eyes. I'm like, have I ever seen this man put this in? And I just typed it in and I was in.
Wow.
I was in there. I'm like, see, this guy for real. Like, you can, it's no other explanation. And I'm like, okay, we ain't here. And there might have been some past trauma just from what I found before.
Seeking, you should find.
And I found enough for when he came back in the house. I was like, you gotta go, baby. He had like a whole nother girlfriend. Like, I was like, dang.
So y'all was in a relationship?
Yeah. After that situation where he found the Happy New Year's text, he was like, just so we clear, let's clarify. We're together. I'm like, okay, I'm fine. Nothing will change with that title. Like, we have literally been doing everything that being in a relationship would do. So if you saying we together, let's do it. I'm cool. I'm like, now I'm telling my friends, all right, they come to meet him. Like, we in this.
Okay.
And I went through that. I have one of my friends. She kept telling me, it sound good. You look happy. You having fun. But you're going to have to go through that phone. You have to do it. And I'm thinking she being so negative. I'm like, I don't want to do it. He hasn't given me a reason not to trust him. Like, why would I do that? She kept saying it. She even came and met him. And she was like, y'all seem like y'all having fun, but you still need to check his phone. And she just wasn't wrong. So,
damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, ain't nothing like a woman intuition.
She just kept telling me, I'm about to listen. She say it again. I'm probably gonna. I'm. If it's nothing to find, it'll be no problem. It should be because you can go through my phone forward and backwards. You will find nothing because when I'm in it, I'm in it. I don't want to be cheated on. I don't like how it feels to be cheated on. I would never do that to anybody.
So you've been cheated on before?
Yeah, those 2 times. I don't know if it was ever physical because both times I found stuff in your phone. If you actually did meet up with these people, that's neither here or there. Texts are enough for me.
Okay.
Because y'all talking about I love you and stuff. What?
So have you ever cheated?
No.
She said no.
Straight face.
You said it. Hey, that's what's up. I'm a big believer in, like, you ain't gotta become unsolid when people stop being solid to you.
Yeah, I'm not. That's a different type of karma that I don't want because the karma my second ex got. Oh,
look at
can't even be mad about that one. I'm like, you know what? God knew what he was doing. I trust it. I'm gonna trust it every time.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The friend that you have that says that you have to go through that phone, if there was nothing in that phone, that would have been a really big humbling moment, and that might have been the deterring factor for him to walk away from you.
He didn't know I went through his phone. He was outside.
That's super irrelevant. Because if he would have found out that you went through his phone, then that would have been a major damper in your relationship from somebody on the outside telling you what to do on the inside.
I agree. That's why I had no intention of. She told me a gazillion times. I had no intention of doing it. But she had told me maybe like the last time she said it to me was probably like 2 weeks before I even did it. I believe that the way he went off on me about that New Year's text, in my head it felt like projecting because he was so mad about it. Like, and I'm like, I ain't seen this man in over 3 months, and all he texted me was Happy New Year. Why are you so mad about it? You're with me every day and night. Like, we're in it. It's no reason for you to be this mad, like threatening to leave. And that goes back to my hyper independence because I'm like, I'm back and forth. Like, do I care for real? Like, I gotta be like, now I gotta let my pride down and be like, okay, I was wrong. I'm sorry. I'm like, it really was just Happy New Year, but if you feel this type of way about it, I'm sorry. It won't happen again. I go through your phone. Not only did you send Happy New Year to multiple people, but it's so much more in there. That hunch that I got. It wasn't based on what she told me. Because her telling me, I thought it was very negative. I didn't want to, like do it because she knows how I felt after my last relationship. So that's why she just don't want me to go through that again.
Okay.
I went based on me. I'm not gonna. I mean, I'm a Libra. I can ask people all day for their opinion, but I'm probably gonna do what I feel like doing at the end of the day.
That's real. So, yeah. So I want to know what's your relation? Mic check. 1, 2.
Hello. I can hear me. I can't hear you though.
Okay. Mic check. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Mic check. Hold on. My did just cut out. All right, I'm back. I'm back.
Can you hear
All
me?
right, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
So what I want to know is what's the relationship like with your father?
He's passed.
Okay.
He passed in 2013, but before that, it wasn't close. My mom is a single mom of 4, and my daddy was in the streets.
Okay. My condolences.
Yeah, thank you.
So like, what's the relationship like with your mother then?
It's better than it used to be. I'm the oldest of 4, and I mean she's a single mother of 4, so naturally that oldest child is going to take on responsibilities. Like she working day and night. I'm the one waking my siblings up, making sure they fed. Like I took on that role. I was like her secondhand man, you know.
Mhm.
And it wasn't until I think when I actually was preparing to go to college, that's when our relationship got really rocky because she didn't voice it, and it took me a while to see it later. But I don't think she wanted me to leave. And it was kind of hard for her to process those feelings, and the way that she did it was traumatizing. Like I won't go into detail because it's just gonna sound so bad, but
Yeah.
it was really traumatizing. If I didn't have my family being like all her sisters and my grandparents and aunties, if I didn't have their support, I would have broke from that. So me and my mom didn't talk for a minute, like my freshman year of college, and then she kind of just like put a blanket over everything that happened.
Mm.
And anytime that my sister or my brothers would go through what she went through with me, I'm trying to save the day. I'm coming to get y'all. Y'all come stay with me. Just be with me. I don't want y'all to have to deal with nothing I dealt with. And she would always be like, "What did I ever do to you?" And I'm like, "What? What are you saying?" Like she just kind of put a blanket over there. She never wants to talk about it. We don't bring it up. I think both of my brothers recently kind of like tried to bring up like how hard we had it growing up.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh yeah, I just thought I was a bad mom, blah blah." They both calling me like, "Your mama tripping." Like, so I don't now it's great. Like not great to the point where we've talked out the problems because I don't think that there would ever be a sense of accountability there. It's to the point where I'm grateful for where God has put me enough to be there for my siblings. If they ever need me, I'm there. If she ever need me, I'm there. If she need anything, this position God put me in was for that. So our relationship is okay. I was just with her and all my family for Mother's Day. My family is tight. If we don't get together every other week, we get together every week. Like very tight, close knit family. Trying to talk too fast, but yeah. It's a okay relationship. It's good enough to where it's not negatively affecting me and how I move. And I go to therapy. I believe in mental health, so I go and I talk it out with my therapist
How often do you go to your therapist?
every other Friday.
Every other.
My job is it's an EAP program. They pay for it, so I'm like, let's take advantage of this. Like nobody ever, especially in the Black community, nobody ever really wants to go to therapy. Why? I can just talk to my friends. No, it helps.
Yeah.
It really does. Like me being somebody that is an open book oversharer and everybody kind of just know everything about me. Even when I go to therapy, I leave feeling lighter and happier that I went, and I'm gonna keep going because it helps. And I would tell anybody, go to therapy, just go. Just see what it does for you. Cause you never know. Of course you could talk to your friends and family. These are people that you know. This is a stranger
Yeah.
that you're telling your business to that has studied what this could do to a person, and they're trying to help you through it. Just go. Why not? I'm big on mental health though.
Mental health is important. Hey,
is.
so I fuck with that. That's what's up. So I want to know, like, do you think your career is more important than your family?
No. Mm-mm. Then my family? Are you saying the family that I build, like with my husband, or the
Like,
family
yeah,
like
the family you gonna build with your husband.
no? If it sounds so bad, and I'm not an advocate for this, but if it came down to my family being in jeopardy and my husband's like, quit your job and take care of the family, I would do it. Because my main goal of being a wife and being with somebody is to build. And if that's gonna help us build, then if you feel confident enough that you can hold us down for me to stay home and not work, let's do it. Whatever we both agree on. It just gotta make sense. Nah, my career is not that big a deal for real.
Okay.
Everything was strategic.
So, do you believe that men and women are equal?
Mm. In what regard? Like in life? Mm. I don't really know how to answer that. Like, I want to say no. That seems like the obvious answer, but
I mean, to me, if you ask me, but I know.
and exactly
I'm just asking the
like
question. I mean, because I just like to hear what a lot of people have different opinions about different things. So
they shouldn't be. I think that modern society is making it that way because it should be, the man. If we're going traditional, then the man is taking care of everything and making you feel comfortable enough to be this soft woman and you can submit, like the whole thing that everybody's dreaming about. But if I'm being honest, if I just look at my group of friends alone, we are on it. All of us. We are doctors, engineers, everybody in school, doing the best, starting your business. I don't have a lot of guy friends doing that though. I don't have a lot of friends who are dating or in relationships whose husbands or boyfriends are doing that. I don't see it in the men. The women seem to be going really hard right now. And that's what's making it so hard in dating because it's like, I'm doing all of this to be this person. What are you doing? For real. Like, what are you doing? If it's your dreams and aspirations and you going for it, do that, but do something. Don't just sit there and not do nothing. I'm seeing a lot of ambition and motivation in women, and I'm seeing a lot of complacency in men. And this is just from my perspective, and my experience.
Yeah, no, we want to hear it. Trust me. So
yeah.
feel
So
free.
it's kind of when you ask me, do I see us as equal? I don't want it to be that way. I would love for us as women to be like, oh, he's just on it. I love what he's doing. Like when I come across the 1 out of 10 men that's actually on it and doing it and just, it's like, this is a unicorn for real. Like, I don't even know if, can I have them for real? Like, does everybody want them? Because it's like, where did you even come from? This is not typical at all. So it's hard to think about equality in that aspect because of what's happening right now from my perspective in the dating world. That's all.
Okay. I got a quick question. So from your friend circle, how big would you say it is? Like 5 or 10 women? Like how many friends?
That fit into what I just said, like doctors and engineers?
Yeah, how many women?
Close knit, it's about 4. If I range it out to like people I would hang out with and everything, it's about 15. I did an engineering fraternity in college, and I mean that's just a whole bunch of engineers. So that's the group that I surround myself with, that I hang around. Even my closest friend that has a child, she's about to be a doctor. So yeah. You about to give me some statistics?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
That's her freshman fit. I'll leave that to them.
yeah, we don't do that on this one.
Okay.
For me myself, what I was gonna ask is because I don't think I properly introduced myself. I'm Vigilante, and I am a top earner. So I was asking because most of the time when I see a large group of women and a lot of the women earn more than the men earn in that specific circle, it almost seems like that they're all going after the same type of guy. And the guy that you're describing as a unicorn really shouldn't be a unicorn for somebody that has the level of success that you have, because that should be the only guy that attracts to you and that you attract to.
I agree.
You kind of operate on a different frequency and you have the right to move like that without feeling guilty for it. It's actually something that you earn and deserve now.
Yeah, sometimes I do feel guilty about it because I'm like, it's not happening. So maybe are my standards too high? Like, am I doing too much? I constantly question myself on that, but I can't settle. I will not settle because then, I mean, how am I gonna get through life with that?
Where have you been looking for these men at?
Well, let me clarify. I'm not looking for anybody. Because if somebody for me, it's just gonna happen.
Yeah.
When I try, yeah, like I want to believe that if somebody's for me, they're gonna find me. I'm just trying to make sure I'm who I am. So by the time they do find me, we're gonna just go well together. But I recently, because I was so against it. Oh my gosh, my friend had to beg me, just get on a dating app, please. I'm like, no, they're gonna sex traffic me. I don't want to do it. Like, I'm like, this is too. I got heard too many catfish stories. I'm like, no, let me not do it. And she's like, well, just at least try Hinge. I think that one's safe. I've been on Hinge for maybe 2 months now, maybe. And out of every person that I've accepted or that even led to a date, out of the 2 months, I've probably had 3 dates.
Mm.
Because I had to learn with this whole dating app thing that there's like a curriculum I need to follow for this. Like, okay, if it goes from Hinge to phone number, okay, we can text. If it goes from text, like if I still like you through the text, we got to FaceTime because that's what get them out of there. Like that's the one that really has done it for me, because if we're texting, you have time to think about what you're gonna say. You got time to be whoever you think I need you to be in these texts.
Yeah.
But when we on the phone and you gotta think like that and you gotta respond like that, I'm like, who are you for real? Like you're not the same person I was just texting. So usually after that, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna even waste your time.
So Marshai, do you like to be cold approached by men? And when I say cold approach, as in like you could be like at the grocery store, you know what I'm saying, minding your business, getting your groceries, and a man see you and you ain't never saw him, but he saw you from across the way, he walked up to you and then try to get on you. Do you like that?
I prefer it.
You prefer it?
Yeah. I mean, you can be whoever you want to be on Instagram or through the phone. But if you approach me that way, you gotta be raw. You gotta come with whatever you had to think about what you was gonna say when you came to me, and you gotta engage me enough to keep a conversation going to where I'm willing to exchange and give you my information. I prefer it.
So do you don't prefer like choosing on a man, like sending them choosing signals and give him like confirmations of attraction before he approach you?
What, like liking pictures or something?
I mean, this I guess multiple ways. I guess liking pictures or just even like that intense eye contact, that smile, that wink.
I mean, I'll do that too. I probably can't wink. I don't think I can do that real well. But I definitely do not shy away from eye contact. If I feel like I'm attracted to you, I'm gonna do it for sure. And hopefully, I mean, I can't say it's been a lot of times that I've actually approached a man, but I feel like my signals are strong enough to where it's like, come over here and talk to me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I could do that too. That's fine.
Yeah, okay, because
okay
like I think that's the dynamic. Me personally, how it should be. You know what I'm saying? And on my other podcast, FEMALEHOLIC, another shameless plug. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all follow that one too. But pretty much, I tell men not the cold approach, because a woman gonna let you know if she like you. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it might be subtle. You know what I'm saying? Because attractive women not gonna approach a man and be like, "Hey, pull your dick out," type shit. You know what I'm saying? But they might see you a smile. They, you know what I'm saying? Might even wave at you or something, or put themselves in your orbit to where like, bam, she there for a reason. Nigga, go pursue her. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. But a lot of men, they don't see that. And
they don't do it.
They don't. Hey,
even with the signals, it's gonna let you know. Because if I'm in a grocery store, quite honestly, I know what I'm there for. I'm about to get these things on my list and I'm gonna go. So I'm probably not even looking around enough to be like, "Oh, come talk to me." You get what I'm saying?
That part.
So if I'm like out with my friends or something, I see somebody, yeah, for sure, I'm gonna give you those signals, and I'm hoping that you just build up the courage to come over here and talk to me, because I feel like that's something that I would need. Like, okay, you saw me, you came and talked to me. I don't want to have to be like, I just hopped down so hard on you. I don't want to. I don't know how I feel about that afterwards. So I can give the signals. That's fine.
Yeah, keep the signal. It worked better for the dynamic because only a certain amount of men that they know what's going on. A lot of men lost in the sauce. They don't know what's going on. They cold and approaching everything. They look good, and everything that ain't good for them.
You saying some things, man.
So, Marshai, do you like children?
Yeah, I like them. What, like? Yeah, I mean, my screen is all my little cousins, my siblings. I got 3 siblings. I got friends with babies. There's babies everywhere around me. Literally, kids everywhere around me. I don't like bad kids.
Yeah, like back.
Because I mean, I don't really know how to control them, and then they be other people kids, so that's a barrier. But yeah, I like children. I plan to have children with my husband.
Okay. How many times you been pregnant?
None.
No. All right. So like, you sure you can have children? I'm, because some men want children.
I mean, I go to the gyno pretty regularly. She checked me up. She let me know what's going on in there. She asked me, "Do I want the full circle?" I'm like, "Check everything." And if there was like I probably would be worried if there was like a family thing going on, like if somebody couldn't have kids and that passed on. I don't know. Try to make sure I'm pretty healthy all the time. I hope I can. That's the hope. I mean, my gyno ain't said nothing crazy, so I think I'm good.
So how many kids would you like if you could put a number on?
It's gonna sound crazy, but I just feel like it's gonna hurt real bad. Like I just feel like I have friends that have popped out 3. I got friends that done had 1 and said that's it because I'm not doing that no more. And I get it. Everybody experiences are different, but if it hurt real bad, that might be an only child. I ain't gonna hold you. Like it might be like I just really don't even know what type of pain to expect. But I don't want to just keep going through pain. That's like insanity. Like you just keep on doing that. I don't know. I feel like it's something me and my husband would have to talk about for sure.
After that first one come, huh?
After the first one. Now, if I have twins first go around, done. That's it. Like that's really it. Like I don't want to talk about it. I'm getting my tubes tied. We're good. We got 2 kids, 1 go around. It's a blessing. Let's be grateful. That'll probably be it for me. But I do think I don't think that's something that I should decide by myself. I think it should be a decision me and my husband decide on.
So how you plan on schooling them? Private school, public school, homeschool, charter school?
I think my natural thought is private. But I don't want them to be too preppy. It's such a weird thing because it's like I think about how I was in public school my whole life.
Yeah.
I think I turned out pretty fine. So, and I don't want to deprive them from that experience either because I enjoyed school for the most part. I mean, I don't really know what private school looks like. I think you get better opportunities from private school. But I think it also depends on your work ethic because my high school, quite honestly, was really just a fashion show. Like everybody, not me, but everybody else's parents had money. So everybody coming with the newest Jordans, newest outfits. Like that was just everybody's main thing at my high school. I feel like the opportunities were not there. It could have been way better in so many ways. The Cobb County school system is crazy. But I enjoyed it and I still was able to get a full scholarship and apply to all these colleges and have that avenue. So it's not like it deprived me or took anything away from me, but I don't know. It might be better for my kids. I don't even know how much private school costs, so I probably shouldn't even be saying that. I need to look into it, I guess. Well, I ain't got no kids right now. I'll wait. I'll wait until I have to make that decision. I don't think anything's wrong with public school. I just think if I can put my children in a better situation than I was in, then I would do it.
Okay. So, everybody lies, right?
Okay.
What kind of liar are you?
What's the different types of liars?
I mean, you got like the white liars, you got the habitual liars, you got the, half liars. You know what I'm saying? There's different type of liars. So,
dang, I never thought about what type of liar I was. Oh, nah, I'm pretty. I was about to say I'm the type of liar that would lie to protect your feelings, but I don't want to do that because I believe in honesty. I mean, what's the biggest lie I done told recently? I'm not a habitual liar.
right.
All the ones you named, I'm not that. I don't
You
know.
can even say small liar. I mean, like,
Yeah, I'm a small liar then because I mean I don't think I lie often, but everybody does lie. I'm not just gonna act like I'm just an honest book. If I have lied, it hasn't been anything that's detrimental. Like if somebody find out, life over. Like nah, I'm gonna go with small liar. I'm glad you gave me that option because I was over here like I don't know. I'll say small liar.
So I want to know, do you do you embrace having a strong, independent woman mindset?
Yes.
Okay. Are you willing to submit to your man's control and rule?
Let me not make that face. Control and rule just sounds.
I mean, in a sense, that's like leadership. That's another way for
Yeah, that's what.
That's the raw. That's the raw version of leadership. You know what I'm saying? People put
Control
leadership,
and
and
rule.
they try to make it seem like but
Yeah.
the real thing is his control and his rule.
If you know what he's doing, absolutely. If you can tell me what to do, then you can tell me what to do.
That part.
You got look. I desire to be led. I'm constantly the one that's leading. You know what I'm saying? So I literally just thought about. I was having a conversation with my friend with her podcast, and as we were talking, I'm like, I had to look at my life. There really has not been a second that I've just been able to just like stop and breathe. I'm constantly going. I'm constantly making sure everybody okay. I'm constantly checking on everybody. I'm constantly working. I'm moving. There's not been a second that I've just been like, I can breathe and he'll take care of it.
Wow.
So that is a big desire of mine for a man to be so confident in his leadership that I can breathe for a second.
No, that's right.
He was an alpha male, but because it's not like we were living together or he was paying all my bills or anything like that. Like I still had to work. I still had to make sure I was good. He was just handling like little stuff for me, like food and gas and stuff like that. Like I was happy he was doing it, but it's not like I could still take a second and breathe because you can leave at any time. I still got to make sure I'm straight if you're not here tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So I got to keep going because if I relax and rely on you, then what's going to happen? It's not like we're married or even on that path. We was together for 7-8 months. So it would have to, I don't know if time, I'm not going to put time on it, but that trust that builds, like you said, from experience to get to that point to be like, I can really just chill. Like if I lost everything right now, I know that you would have me. That's the type of like leadership I desire or control and rule. Like if everything I got going on hit the fan, my house burned down, I lost my job, I'm living in another state, none of my family around. If I lost everything, I know that you would be there for me. That's what I desire.
Okay. Okay. So let me ask you this: would you ever marry outside your race or nationality?
I don't want to. Love black men so much. I really, really do not want to. I haven't dated outside of my race or nationality since 8th grade. So it's been black men from then. Like I love a black man. I want to embrace a black man and build with a black man. I want us to have this beautiful black love, It's not preferred. I'm not gonna say it could never happen, but I want to be with a beautiful black man. I love chocolate man too. I know. And all my friends, if you ask them, they're like, I'm gonna go for the darkest person in the room. And it's just I don't know what it is. I just really the melanin, it's a beautiful thing. I love black men. I don't know.
Okay.
Probably not.
So what are some ways you please a man?
Well, in order to please him, I have to know his love languages.
Okay. Great answer.
Yeah, I mean, every man is different. I wish men understood that all women are different as well. They just kind of group us together, it seems like. But I would prefer to learn somebody to see what it is that would please you so that I can do it that way. Because if I just naturally be like, oh, all men love physical touch, let's just have sex, that would be crazy. Like, that would be wild. No, I want to, let's get to know each other and talk and see what your love languages are. Because a lot of men, they don't even think about it for real. Like, let's actually learn what you like and see how I can please you in a way that you've never been pleased before. Because I feel like that's the threshold to make this different. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So, like, would you say? I should ask you this then. Do you know what like straight masculine man? You know, heterosexual masculine man who want a woman. Do you know what they value from a woman?
Are you saying that there's like one answer?
No, I'm asking like I'm asking you. Do you know what us men value in a woman?
No. Because if I had to think about it, I would think all the answers would vary. And if you ask me a question like that, I'm thinking about experience. I'm thinking about people I know, actual masculine men and how they're moving right now. Because I've seen amazing women still get thrown in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? So I would have to ask, what do you value? I ask you, what do you value?
I mean, bare basics, right? Is shut upness and obedience. And when I say shut up, it don't mean you can't talk at all. It just mean you can't talk when I'm talking. Then obedience is like, if we wherever, like saying that we in Atlanta right now, but bam, we gotta move everything. We gotta go to Texas on some shit. It shouldn't be no back talk about it. It should be okay when we moving. Okay, I need to get my you know what I'm saying? It's like it's an energy as in like you trust me that much to lead our life, and you know what I'm saying, and you down for the process of my progress.
What if she got something going on where she at? Or where y'all at first?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm
She
saying?
just gotta drop everything and do what you want her to do.
I ain't saying she got to drop everything. You know what I'm saying? Of course, like I'm a fair man, right? You know what I'm saying? Especially if you had that stuff going before me, type shit like that. It's just more like, all right, bam. When you come into my life, you know what I'm saying? This lifestyle, this what it's gonna be. This what it is, what it ain't. You know what I'm saying? And you either for it, you not. You know what I'm saying? If you for it, then you're gonna be for it. Like, you know, so you get pleasure in pleasing me. That's the type of shit like I'm talking about, because a lot of dynamics is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like is they in forced relationships. You know what I'm saying? They in sexless relationships. You know what I'm saying? Marriages all type like it never fails like people what they accept, you know what I'm saying? And it's like somebody out there that's gonna love your dirty drawers, be down for you and be really yours, you know what I'm saying? Like no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I understand nothing lasts forever. As soon as that see some people in attachments and then some people in connections. You know what I'm saying? But connections do end. Connections do get lost. But that's cool. Go find another plug, go find another outlet, you know what I'm saying? Because it went out there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean, you know.
Do you want an alpha female? Or would you prefer a beta female so that it would be easier for her to shut up and be obedient?
So, but when you say shut up and be obedient, like it ain't like I said, it ain't like you can't talk. You just can't
No,
talk.
I don't think she doesn't have a voice. I'm just saying you specifically, because that's an answer. I didn't think you was gonna say shut upness and obedience, but that's why I asked you,
And that's
because
the truth though. That's like at very basic though, because every man different, right?
right.
But that's a sign of respect and you know what I'm saying, honor, you know what I'm saying, and admiration from a woman to a man.
Okay, you think that's all men's answers?
I think that's true masculine alpha man, you know, who heterosexual. I think that's their answer.
Okay, I can chime in on that. All right, so I get the premises of what MoneyNow was saying. It kind of is like a far left in what he's saying, so that's why it sounds the way it sounds and coming off the way it's coming off. There's a lot of different components inside of what he's saying that a lot of men agree with. So it's not literally exactly what he's saying, but it's in the premises of what he's saying. So I implore every woman to look at it like this. I don't think that there's one time in your 27 years that you've dated your dream guy. So you have to look at it like, I I act if the person that I fantasize about every single night, not that's tangibly out here that I can touch, but somebody that is somebody I idolize, somebody I look at like a legend, somebody I look at like if I get with him, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. How would I act for him? And then that's the answer for what all men want.
Hey, my man Vigilante couldn't have said it better, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He and that's why I got him as a co-host. Because
No, I can see
I
that.
got my perspective and point of view, and it might be delivered differently. You know what I'm saying? And he got better words. he got a better way of speaking.
No, because that makes sense. If I
shit.
think about how I would act for my dream guy, like he just check all my boxes, I probably will drop everything and move when he say move.
And
If
it's somebody. That's what I'm saying. It's somebody like that for everybody, and that's why I create these podcasts, because it's like if you're not experiencing that, you really got to reflect on yourself and your situation and go within. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's possible. You know what I'm saying? Like it's possible, and I just want people to know that it's possible. You know what I'm saying? And to each his own. You know what I'm saying? Like to each his own, right? But like it's possible, and you know I just what I want for my brother is what I want for myself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I do the hard work here on Wife Boo. I ask the hard questions, you know what I'm saying, just to get people thinking, you know what I'm saying? It's the thinking show. A non-judgmental, you know, just for fun, but a thinking show.
yeah.
So you know, I wanna know, do you have any emotional wounds still open, or have they become emotional scars and they healed?
If you would have asked me this a couple months ago, I would have said they're still open. But because I go to therapy and I'm very self-aware of how I feel and I'm very in tune with my emotions and how I feel about certain stuff, they've healed. I have no what was that? I have no like it's nothing that I feel personally, like even with the trust, like the fact that I went through 2 phones and they both were cheating. I'm not just gonna say that I would go into another relationship like that. There, sometimes I'm a little blind. Like I'm not gonna act like there weren't like a couple flags that probably should have been like, okay, something's going on, but I don't want to think that way. So I kind of just threw it to the side until I couldn't anymore. So I don't go into a relationship thinking all men are cheaters and something's going to happen. He's probably lying about this because I don't want you to feel that about me. I honestly, now that I'm back into like, this is the most single I've ever been. So now that I'm seeing that it's not just the men out here, it's also the women. It's a lot of women that's doing a lot of sneaky, conniving stuff. And I just didn't even know that. I just, my mind was like, it's the men, they're doing it. Like it's the guys.
Blame the man.
That's all I ever saw. That's all I experienced. But now that like I'm out here and I have my guy friends constantly telling me, this girl did this, I'm like, why would she do that? For what reason did you do that for? Like, so the balance is off out here. Dating is horrible because everybody feels like somebody has some type of ulterior motive. And sometimes it's just not that. So I try to go into it with that mindset and throw the wounds away, throw the scars away. Just if I have them, if it's not time, let's cover them up. And if we get that far, I'll tell you about them. I'll tell you about these scars and why this made me feel this way. And we can move on from that. I don't want to let my past be any part of anything I have going on in the future. It's not fair.
No, that's real. So, like, tell me about some of your triggers. Triggers. Like,
Triggers. I thought you said tricks. I'm like, hold on.
I will promote them on this. Triggers, like so. Say if you know, you and I, we dating or in a relationship, what would be a trigger for you that I do or something? What would come up? Like, you know what I'm saying? What would trigger?
Yeah. If you yell at me, maybe. My mom was a yeller. And I'm not a yeller. So it's like, why are you yelling at me? That's probably going to send me into a mindset. It's like, I know I don't deserve this. Because when my mom was yelling at me, I'm like, I was such a good child. Like, all my siblings bad. They're just all bad. So when I would get yelled at, it didn't make sense to me. And I of course, I've unpacked that and thought about it. But if we get into an argument and I'm not yelling and you start to, it's like, why? Like I think in my last relationship, I remember him yelling about something. I just shut down. He's like, you're not going to respond? I can't even process how I'm feeling right now. You have to give me a second because I don't know why you're yelling at me. I don't know how we got to this point. Why are we even arguing? Seriously. And then you're going to yell at me? That'll probably be a pretty big trigger for me. Because I don't think it should ever get that deep. Like, we are adults. Let's just talk. And if there is a big room open for us to agree to disagree, it don't have to go my way. It don't have to go your way. So there's no reason nobody should be yelling. Seriously. That's too far.
Okay.
That's a trigger. I probably have some more, but it'll probably be my number one trigger though.
Yelling.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's what's up. I want to ask, like, how many times have you been sent to the clinic?
Sent to the clinic? Like STDs or something? On my whole life. Because people be lying.
Yeah, people do.
On my whole life, I have not had no STDs. I know people be lying. God, take me out now. Like, I don't know how else to make it sure that I'm not lying. I have not had no STDs. I was with the same person for so long. I don't believe in being sexually active with multiple people. Then we in Atlanta, please. I'm not about to risk my body or share my body with that many people to make no, I'm not doing that. I've genuinely on my whole life not had no STDs, I promise. Not sent to the clinic.
Have you ever been in a domestic abusive relationship?
No. I have never put my hands on nobody, and the men that I've been with don't put their hands on women, and if they do, they ain't do it to me. So thank God. My last ex, he was a little crazy, and he would want, if I got mad at him, for him just like, if you want to hit me, just do it. I don't want to hit you.
What?
He would want me to just go. He like, if you want to take it out on my stomach, just go. I'm like, it's actually not gonna solve anything. So I probably don't want to do that. It's okay. Let's just talk about it.
Sound like he got some trauma he needs to unpack.
Maybe. I'm pretty sure he got some that if we would have stayed together longer, my goal probably would have been for him to just like help him get through that. It would have turned into that. And that's not what I want to do at all.
So have you ever had an OnlyFans?
No. What? Mm-mm. That seems to be really normal nowadays. No, I'm straight.
That's actually like you'd be surprised how many say yes to the question on this show.
That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm good.
You ain't got no tapes out there?
No what? Tapes? No, I ain't let nobody record me. I'm too paranoid. I don't know what you're gonna do with that. Even if it's in my phone, you might send it to yourself one day. I'm good. No tapes, no recording. I haven't done anything like that.
Never done strange for a piece of change.
No. No, I'd rather just go to work, get my money that way. I'm good. No, I haven't done that like that. Maybe I'm vanilla. I don't know what answers typically are, but I ain't done nothing like that.
I mean, it should be. Yeah.
Yeah.
The answer should be no. But no judgment though. No judgment.
Right.
Have you have any crazy exes out there?
The craziest one would probably be the last one.
The take it out.
Yes. Yeah, again, we weren't together for that long, but like even me speaking with him recently just to check on him, make sure he's okay. I think my phone vibrated. He's like, whoever that is, FaceTime him right now. And I'm going to tell him, stop talking to you. What? No, we're not. That's not, no. You can't. I'm like, no, that's insane. You can't do that. Like, literally, I don't know. I don't even know why he like that. We don't even talk that often for him to be saying something like that. Like, we went like a good 2 months without talking. And we just happened to check on each other. And my phone vibrated one time. You can't. What? You sound crazy. I'm like, no. That's not where we are. I don't know if it's all talking. I don't know if he really would do something crazy like that. But that's the way he make it seem.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. You know what I'm saying? Everybody been with somebody they wasn't supposed to be with before. Everybody done it. I think everybody done it at least once.
Yeah. He's a great friend, but sometimes he just a little psyched out.
So we at that half point, you know what I'm saying, before the segment's gonna go by quick, you know what I'm saying? So
Oh.
I wanna know, you know what I'm saying, since you been on the show thus far, how you feeling about the show?
I like the show. I like the questions. They're mentally stimulating and it makes me think. And that's all I can ever ask for. If it's something simple, like okay, simple answers. No, these make you think. I appreciate that. Because now I'm learning stuff about myself that I didn't even know. And I would like to do that every day if I could. You know? I appreciate it. I like the show.
All right, I appreciate the feedback, you know what I'm saying, because that's the type of energy and vibe I'm on, you know what I'm saying? So these next segments, you know what I'm saying, this first segment is called This or That, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you questions of two sets, you know what I'm saying,
Mhm.
black or white, you know what I'm saying? So don't be saying both. Don't be trying to make up a new
Oh,
particular.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just give me this, that. And like I said, any question you want to answer, just say pass. That's the rule, golden rule on this show.
Okay.
You know, you ain't forced to do nothing. I wanted you to do anything you want to do, not nothing you forced to do.
Okay.
So they gonna get hot as they go along though.
Okay.
All right, cool. So this is that, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's tuned in right now. So I want to know, make sure y'all follow, you know what I'm saying? Follow the Wifeable Podcast, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel, you know what I'm saying? Share the channel, you know what I'm saying? If this is one of the most phenomenal podcasts you experience, you know what I'm saying? Tell somebody to tell somebody. Also, donate to the show, Cash App in the description on IG. If for those watching at home, it's MoneyNow ENT. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's that. So Marshai, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's get it. So this or that. Clean shaved or bearded?
Clean shave.
Taller than or shorter than?
Taller than.
Older than or younger than?
Older than.
Hairy or not hairy?
Ugh. I think Harry. I don't know why.
Protector or provider?
That's not fair. Protector.
9 to 5 or entrepreneur?
I don't really care, honestly. Maybe entrepreneur. I don't care though. It could be 9 to 5. I can't say both. Go ahead.
Rappers or athletes?
Athletes.
Interracial relationships or same race relationship?
Same race relationship. Sorry.
Wine or tea?
Wait a second. What? I drink both. Tea. I drink that every night.
Talking on the phone or FaceTime?
FaceTime.
A creative first date or an expensive first date?
Creative.
Matching fits or color coordinated?
Color coordinated.
Lighter complexion or darker complexion?
Darker complexion.
Smoker or drinker?
Drinker.
Hickeys or sexting?
Sexting? Sure. Can't prove that. What? I'm too bright. Go ahead.
Doggy style or missionary?
Missionary. That's the thing. A missionary.
Squirt or cream?
Squirter.
Anal or oral?
Oral.
All right, so yeah, so that was this or that. You know what I'm saying? That was this or that. That was this or that. So the next segment is called double standards, and pretty much I want to know, is it a double standards in our society or not?
Okay.
All right, so is it a double standards dating younger men versus women? I mean, basically dating younger men versus women. Like, is it a double standard in our society?
No. I know I've experienced both. I don't think it's a double standard.
Okay. Yeah, so that's double standard. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Simple. All right. So this
Okay.
next one is called story time. So I want to know, what's one thing you never told your ex?
One thing I never told my ex.
Mic check. Yeah. All right.
Ooh. I feel like I wanted something more juicy than this, but again, I'm pretty open. But I do remember when we first started talking
Yeah.
that somebody FaceTimed me. We weren't even together. Somebody FaceTimed me. He was like, "Oh, that's your nigga right there? Is your nigga calling?" I was like, "No, that's my cousin." He was not my cousin. We have known each other for a long time, and sometimes the guy that was calling would say that, but we're not technically cousins, though.
Okay.
That was a lie. I didn't tell him that it wasn't. That's not what it was.
It be like that sometimes. So yeah, that was story time. So this next segment is called "Would You Rather."
Okay.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me see. Let me see what I want to ask you. Okay. Would you rather have a man with all the riches in the world but no time, or a man with no money but the best sex you ever had?
All the riches in the world, but no time. Gonna have to go with that. I mean, like, sex is great and everything, but no, that's like weird though. Like, that's a weird either or because
Yeah, that's that. Would you rather?
no money is crazy. What are you doing?
Blowing your back out, yeah.
I'm straight. Like anybody, a man with some money could do that.
Apparently not. If that's the scenario, I mean, it's the best sex you ever had. Like, you know the power of sex and what it could do to a motherfucker.
Nah, it's gonna have to be the riches in no time.
Riches in no time.
We're gonna figure it out
All right.
type of way. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so this has been the conclusion. So now that you experienced the whole show in total, I want to know like your thoughts about it.
I like the show. I do like the segments. That made me think too. I might go home and think, like, did I answer that correctly? I do like the questions. I really want to recommend a couple people to go on this show, actually.
For sure. Do that.
Because I think it's teaching me a lot about me. And I think it's questions that you're asking that people probably haven't even thought about when it comes to dating. So there's a lot of self-reflection going on. And I appreciate that. And your communication is very well.
Thank you.
Your co-host is good too. He asks some questions that people probably don't want to hear or point out things that, might offend somebody. But I don't wear my heart on my sleeve. I don't take nothing personally for real. So it's a good show.
Appreciate
I think everybody should, if it's a woman out there that thinks she's wifeable, should probably come on here and hear your questions to see if that's true.
Not real shit.
Yeah.
All right. And I appreciate you for coming on. I do have two small questions for you before we go. One of them is, are you a strictly monogamous woman?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So if let's say 3-4 years into your marriage, your husband comes to you and says that he wants to bring somebody else in, what is that conversation?
Well, I am not like bring her in for the both of us.
Either or.
Well, I because I am strictly monogamous, I wouldn't. I'm just. Why are you not happy here? What do you need to bring somebody else in for?
It's not a sadness thing. Okay, since the show is going to be, how much time we got?
We got a little time, but yeah, we did reach a conclusion. But we good. We can get this question out.
Okay. So a man who is polyamorous has nothing to do with them being happy or not happy where they are. It's a certain type of lifestyle that they choose to live. Just like a guy that has one car, a guy that has 20 cars. You can only drive one of them at one time, but everybody has their preference and everybody has their different tax bracket that they fit in to the options that they are available to get. So everybody structure a of how they do it is different, but I do understand what you're saying. As a strictly monogamous woman, it'll be something that's a little bit harder for you to understand. So I pretty much got the answer of what that'd be, because even if you did buckle, I'm going to use that word, to him bringing in another girl, eventually it's going to become a problem, because it's always going to be in the back of your mind, why is she here and what am I not doing? So that pretty much answers that question. And then I wanted to make a full assessment. So I want to say, out of all of the people that we've had on the show, you might be in the top 3 of the wifeable women.
Thank you.
That I have ever witnessed. You have a pretty clean background. I want to applaud you on your career accomplishments.
Thank you.
You have done great work on your personality. The only thing that I would say is that I understand the background that you come from, and you've done a good job at locking in your stability. And when you meet a guy of high value that is a top earner, which you have earned, then he will put you in a position to where you will automatically submit. And the position that you're in, you will gracefully give it up for a bigger one, because God has bigger stuff coming for you, and that guy has bigger stuff coming for you.
And I am praying for that.
Only thing that I would say is that the one friend that told you to go through the phone, you definitely are going to have a hard conversation with her about not butting into your future relationships, because that will become a problem when you do meet a guy that is trying to be in your life in that way.
Okay.
So for everybody that's tuned in, hold on. So for everybody that's tuned in, if you on IG or if you on YouTube or wherever you're watching it from, drop the emoji, man. Drop the ring emoji if you think Marshai wifeable, or drop the X emoji if you don't think she's wifeable. You know what I'm saying? We want to know if she want to know. And yeah, with that being said, I appreciate everybody on the show. Shout out to APAP TV Media Group. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's what we do it at, man. That's who we do it for. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole team. Shout out to my co-host Vigilante. Shout out to my special guest for today, Marshai. And shout out to everybody that's been tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, donate to the show, and we up out of here. Marshai, tell the people where they can find you on social media before you get up out of here.
My Instagram is simply.marshai, Marshai. Don't go to my Twitter.
Not the Twitter. Any last comments, questions, or concern?
No. Thank you for having me. I enjoyed this. I really did.
No, for sure. All right. Well, we'll see y'all next time on the Wifeable Podcast with DJ MoneyNow. And Marshai, thank you. Shout out Vigilante, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Damn.